Hello.
Hello.
It is toasty in here.
It is nice.
Yes, it is. Compared to being out. Aha! Real candles.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That's what we're using to warm the place. All these candles.
Here.
Surprisingly, they had to go up in flames.
Well, they were
To keep them
I mean,
watered.
they were used to using fire all the time, candles and lanterns. And so
Yeah.
you notice, there's nothing about it.
Yeah.
So they were safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they left them on very long.
Yeah.
Because you maybe light them every day for Advent, I
Right,
guess.
right.
Or during dinner, maybe.
During dinner. Yeah. You're having a Christmas party, Christmas gathering or whatever.
Right.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's the tailor shop.
Okay, let's go see. There's another outhouse over here. You gotta go to the right. There's an outhouse.
Not like I haven't been in one of those. I don't want to push on it.
Push on it. There's Jan.
Oh,
Sorry, the
geez.
door's a little bit.
I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't want to push on it, so my
You had her going. She didn't want to push on it. She's like,
You want to just do this? I mean, I can work on this too. You could just do the sleeves. No, it'll be a lot finer than this. This is just the basting stitches. Because you could use pins, but if you did, it might pull a little bit funny and it wouldn't lay completely flat. So I do these nice, big, quick basting stitches to just have that lay nice and flat for me on the fabric. And then I'll go back and do quite finer stitches to pull that interlining through the fabric.
Okay, so this is just the pulling for the inside.
Right, he's working with interfacing for the collar there, so that basted piece you see, we might not do it today because it's a little cold, but it's going to be pad stitch. So it's going to be a series of very tiny stitches running with the fold line of that collar. So it'll fold very nicely and it holds that interlining fabric to your fashion fabric. So when they fold together. Rather than having wrinkles in your collar when you want it to be crisp when you fold it down. So pad stitching is very common. You see it in most 19th century garments on the inner collar. Like if you lift up that blue coat over there in the corner, you'll find pad stitching under the collar. That just holds it together. So in the early 19th century, it's fascinating because it was all done by hand, of course, before the sewing machine. That's thousands and thousands of stitches along that collar. Quite a lot of work.
About how long does it take to say, a suit for a man?
Well, it depends on if you're using a machine or doing it by hand.
Well, if they were doing it. Did they have machines?
At this point in the 19th century, they did have machines, and the machines worked very well, same way the machines we use today work. So Elias Howe and Isaac Singer had really streamlined the lock stitch machine. So the lock stitch is where you have the one bobbin on top and the one bobbin underneath, and they work together, they lock together, and they pull that fabric, nice and close. So the lock stitch machines were around. They worked just the same as they do today. They worked very well. But people at this point in the 1840s and the 1850s were very skeptical of those machines because it's a new technology and people had been tailoring by hand and sewing by hand for as long as people can remember. So you didn't necessarily want, especially if you're a tailor, to have that new machinery come and take work from you and let your job be done by less skilled people, technically.
Don't worry about that today.
Right, exactly. It's the same old problem. So it's a very interesting story in this building here because we talked about tailors being skeptical of the sewing machine, and at the same time tailors in Boston are riding over sewing machines. A tailor moves to Garbutt. His name is John Quinn, and he lives in this very building right here, just 5 miles down the road. And he brings his own sewing machine with him. So it says something about that guy. Either he's forward thinking as a tailor, or maybe not the best tailor. We're not sure. But in 1850, he brings a sewing machine. And it was a Singer, and he had to actually keep it in the back room in his living space with his wife and 2 kids because people didn't want machine sewn garments at that time. So if you came in the day, even if he had the sewing machine, he would have been sitting out here in this front room displaying his handwork, taking measurements, and not using that machine, although it would have worked just fine.
Very nice, guys.
thank you very much. just a hide house from 1870. So, oh boy. This one's for you, Dad.
Just be careful, this is slippery.
Yeah, exactly. It's like walking in on ice skates.
This is beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. And I managed to keep me out of the video of the mirror.
So, right, I believe they have a chestnut tree out back. So there'll be 2 chestnuts in one of these pods. Yeah, so you can go ahead and touch it. It feels kind of like a sea cucumber. I mean, it's just a
Go ahead, sweetie. They got the lantern out front. Maybe so. I'd sooner rely on what I've been relying on. Tracks leading up to the door. Yep. Well, you'll know if you push it. It's not. It's catching.
Merry Christmas.
Hello, Merry Christmas. You look nice and comfy.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Look at this, she put cookies out for us. How nice.
Post your picture. You want a football? Red Ryder BDP. So where are you guys from? Where do you see? And next one, the White House. Decorating. Stuff by the hockey house. The same folks that were doing that.
How's that?
We have.
We had very much so.
Did you see St. Nicholas?
We
Yes,
did.
we did. Yes, we did. It was a treat.
Well behaved.
He has not. That's the problem.
Well, I don't know about that. Merry Christmas.
He has.
Christmas to you. Thank you for visiting. Did you enjoy your
I
day?
did, thank you.
Did you tell St. Nicholas I was there? Oh, good.
You're gonna walk around.
So, Patrice, what do you think about your winter tour at Christmas time? Don't keep coming closer.
I think it's pretty cool. I think that it would be nice to see it lit up at night, but it's way too cold at night, and I don't right now. And I don't think they even have this at night. Maybe a couple of times they'll have it, but I haven't been here in years. It's very cool. You know, we only got to see part of it, but a lot of it's closed down right now. But we'll come back when it's warmer and we can see the rest of it. But
Yeah, today's not very
cool.
warm.
It's kind of cool though to see the Christmas decorations from years ago. And, it's cool.
And you got a chance to see Santa Claus.
Yes.
A lot of people.
St. Nicholas.
St. Nicholas, they call him here. The countryside here is very nice. It's this is just a regular country village, and we're actually down near the center of it. There's the bandstand right there, and as we
It's set up as a 18th century village.
well, it is an 18th century village. That's why.
It's set up that. I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
These homes were brought in from different places
Mhm.
around here, so they set it up as an Indian village would have been
Yeah.
back then. It's pretty cool.
And here's something ironic. Holly, our coach, is less than 4 miles from here. And we actually drove by the storage facility on the way in. And I did not bring any keys with me for Holly, and the storage facility looked like it was pretty much locked up, thank God. But it's probably in the 20s, the low 20s here today. There's very little sun. It's, what can I say? It's Western New York. You're not going to have much sun.
We're used to it.
But yeah,
Dressed appropriately.
we dress for it. And not saying that we enjoy it, but I guess when you take a look at snow and cold, and then you take a look at other parts of the country, you know, California's on fire. People down in Florida wear their long johns and winter coats when the temperature drops to 50 degrees. And the people in New Orleans are either sweating from high humidity or it's raining there. So
We've actually been fortunate this year because Rochester is sandwiched in between Syracuse and Buffalo, and they have gotten so much snow this year already, and
Yeah.
we've been fortunate so far to not get that amount of snow, but it's coming.